Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was a really great experience and I can't do it without you guys, so thank you so much, and a huge massive thank you to Garret for joining me for a little chat. So let's go. I've got some fan questions to start off with.
Oh, alright.
Yeah, I threw it out to the people that watch my videos, and there's a few that come back, so I'll start off with my first one. If John could meet any other character from the main cast, who would it be?
Just one?
Two if you want.
Man, that's a hard one. Well, I like Carol a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think Rick could be fun. I think they'd be a good team.
I reckon they'd bond over police work.
I hope so.
I think Jenna Elfman's character, Laura/Naomi, is a bit like Carol.
Yeah, I've been reading that. I didn't notice that, but I can see that.
Yeah, they both lost children and then sort of went off the deep end and stuff.
Yeah, maybe she'll go buck wild and like Carol and have hidden weapons in her sleeves and stuff.
Blowing things up, saving the day. I could definitely see that happening.
I love your channel, by the way.
Thank you. That's mad. That's scary that people are watching my channel that are actually involved in the show. It's crazy.
I'm not the only one. I mean, I'm sure I haven't seen them all, but I think it's funny and it's more helpful than I thought to watch these reactions, you know, because you guys are so honest and you're responding in real time, and it's fun to see how you pick up on every little thing. It's really encouraging.
Yeah, there's no filter, it just comes out.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote, will John ever be happy again like he was with Naomi/Laura? I know you can't spoil anything, so that's a bit difficult.
I know, like especially, you know, after tonight. Well, I mean, I sure have high hopes for it.
Yeah, me too.
You know? He's a pretty optimistic fella.
Yeah. There's not much optimism in the Walking Dead universe, really, so I think it needs a character like him.
Yeah, I was always interested in what happened before the cabin, you know, like what, you know, a little bit, but did he have a family? Did he have a wife? Did he have kids? You know, I hope that they go back in time and do that story.
Yeah, we don't really know too much, to be honest.
It's true. Whatever happens, they could always go back in time.
I hope so.
Yeah.
So my next one is, would you like to see a full crossover with The Walking Dead, like the main show and Fear? I would, I think, in the end.
Yeah, I don't think it would be. I think it would be interesting, even if it just went like this, you know, for a minute.
Yeah. I think that's going to happen. That's my prediction for at the end. Because Morgan's got to come back. He's got to come back to The Walking Dead, right?
Lead us all together.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a shot.
Yeah, me too.
It's like a big comic book, you know, crossover. You know, Justice League meets the Avengers.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You've acted for a while, like years.
Yeah,
while. Not saying you're old. That's not. No. What's your favourite show and movie that you've done so far? Because there's been a lot.
That's hard. Favorite questions are hard. I don't know if it's the same for you. Like, it seems to change every day, like who my favorite actor is, what my favorite food is. It's easier to answer ones that I haven't been in, but Jesse James was a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
Assassination of Jesse James, and Deadwood kind of gave me a career.
Yeah.
I got to play two people there, which was a lot of fun. This one's pretty great too. There's a lot of people from Deadwood that were on this show. Kim Dickens, you know, is a good friend of mine, and Dayton Callie last season, and Ray McKinnon last season. They're all Deadwood people. So people keep calling it Fear the Walking Deadwood.
Aww. Hopefully we'll get to see Madison again anyway. I hope so.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Well, I don't need to spoil anything, because...
Nope.
No.
But you knew you would.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to. Because Nick died, we've got to see her again. They can't...
It wasn't bad. That was so sad.
Oh, I know. So sad. I like that, though. I like that they've just shocked us with a death. I think that's good in shows. You don't...
I thought it was beautiful, and I was glad that he had that moment, that send-off, you know, and I'm really excited for him. I want to, you know, he wants to do stuff, then he should go do stuff.
Yeah, why not?
I was really hoping I'd get to work with him a little more.
Yeah.
But he's going to do great things.
I hope so. Okay, my next one is the first thing you did when you found out you got the part of John Dorie. Did you celebrate? I assume so.
I did. I called Kim Dickens. I wanted to make sure it was okay with her to come over there. And she had lots of advice for me. And gave me her blessing. So I was very excited. And then I started looking for a house or a place to live here in Texas.
Is that difficult? Because I suppose you just, as a moment's notice, you just go out and have to buy a house. Or rent a house.
Yeah, I wish I could just go buy a house. It's not, it's not really a moment's notice. You know, you get here and you start working, and, you know, on your days off, you sort of browse for, you know, Airbnbs or whatever else, you know, long term you can find. And I got lucky. I'm sitting in front of this funky picture now. It's kind of like,
it's strange, isn't it?
I'm making a chair. Tiny chair.
Okay. Alright, the last one is, in the last episode, were you and Jenna actually fishing?
Well, we were real fit, but we certainly needed to stack the deck a little bit.
Because it looked like a strong current. Was it actually in water and things like that?
Yeah, it's a real river. That scene where I'm paddling right under the bridge, you know, and the walker falls off into the water. That was the place they wanted me to start. The scene was in the strongest point of, like, we were completely paddling upstream, so it was actually quite hard. But I like that kind of stuff.
I heard you were in a rowing team, is that right?
I did row in college. I wanted to row for, that's a beautiful sport. I wanted to row for my university, but I was kind of right between the weights. There's a lightweight boat, which I really wanted to be on, and there was a heavyweight boat, which I thought I was strong enough for, but I'm sure I wasn't. Those guys are monsters.
Yeah.
And I was already so skinny, I thought I can't lose 20 pounds to be in the lightweight boat.
That's a lot of pounds.
Yeah.
To lose,
so I rode
really.
a club. It was in Seattle, and I just really enjoyed it. It's beautiful, beautiful sport.
It's popular in England, actually, rowing.
Yeah, it's really popular in England. It's a classic old sport. Got some great teams, in my opinion.
How did you get into acting? Because I'm always curious to ask everyone that I can. How do you start? Pardon?
Are you an actor?
No. Well, I've thought about it, but 23 is a little bit old. You see people like Millie Bobby Brown, who was amazing, starting at 12.
Well, sure. I didn't start at 12. I took an acting class in college. I'm very shy, you can probably tell. And I've always been bashful, and I never thought I would be doing this. I have a writing degree. I was going to be a journalist.
Oh, wow.
And I took an acting class just as an elective my last year of college. So I was, 20, 21. And decided I didn't know what I was doing after I got out of college because I really enjoyed it. I acted around Seattle for like a year, Seattle, Washington. It's the state I'm from here. And then I auditioned for graduate schools for some training. And I got into NYU, was the only East Coast school I got into, and I'd never been east of Montana, which isn't very far east in the United States. So I decided I should go see New York and, change things up, and I went there. So I didn't really start acting professionally then until I was out of school, which would be 26 years old for me.
So that's a few years older than me.
Yeah. I didn't set foot in front of a camera. I did plays nonstop for about 8 years, which I was in my early 30s. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Cut itself out. There's people start, they come from everywhere, and they come from all kinds of backgrounds, and something I like about it.
Yeah, it gives everyone a unique perspective because they're so different.
Yeah, exactly. There'll be no one like you.
What's your favourite Broadway play? I'm curious about that, because New York's big for that.
What's favourite what?
Broadway play?
Of all time?
Yeah, why not?
Yeesh, gosh, I don't know. Favorites are hard, like I said.
Yeah.
It's day to day. Angels in America was pretty amazing. I got in that one.
Oh, nice.
not on Broadway, but it was on Broadway, and I loved it. Jeffrey Wright was in it from Westworld.
I love that show. That's a great show.
Yeah.
Do you watch it?
Hmm?
Do you watch that show?
I do. I mean, I have it. It's all stacked up on my DVR. I've got to get to it. I've got friends on the show, so I want to support. But it's also a direct competition, so.
Yeah, that's funny with that. Yeah, I really like that show.
We're doing well.
I feel The Walking Dead's ratings are much higher this year.
You think?
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. I'm, that's what I was talking to Kim about, because I was nervous for the loyal fans. It's a lot of big changes coming.
Mm.
Adam Fast and Furious. So I just, you want to fit in. You don't want to upset the apple cart too much, but you also want the experiment to work.
Yeah. I think it's doing really well, so well done.
So glad. Maybe that's why I like your reactions. They're so positive.
Yeah, they weren't last year. Last year was a bit tricky for me, but this year's going well. John has stolen everyone's hearts in 5 episodes.
Oh.
Is that scary for you? Because
no, it's lovely. I wish I had that effect in real life.
Oh, don't say that.
So quick.
What's it like working with the cast? Because they've been on the show for a while, and you got people that everyone knows and loves already.
Well, I loved both shows. I didn't know anyone personally on the original cast, the original show, The Walking Dead, but I had friends on this one, so I might have been partial to it because of that. Mm-hmm. And I just think they're all so good. When I thought about being on one of the shows, I always imagined it might be this one, and I'm happy it is. I was nervous because I think they're good, if I haven't made that clear. Kim is great. We had a lot of scenes together on Deadwood, and I was comforted by the fact that she'd be there. I really think Frank is amazing. And Alicia is pretty unique too. I think my favorite thing about her is her physical, when she does physical stuff. She's like a comic book drawing. It's always like the perfect shape as she swings a thing, or as she runs, or she's a good runner, and she's a good fighter, and it's surprising that that's the case, because you meet her and she's so not like that. So
she's lovely. She's definitely built for the screen, I think.
I think so. She's just very, she's just got this Catherine Deneuve face, and this, she does Steve McQueen kind of action stuff, and it's a great combo.
Oh, bless her. I really like her. She's really lovely.
Yeah, she's great.
John is so laid back, I think. I think we haven't seen sort of an angry side to him yet. Is there anything you do to prepare for your scenes or to get into character?
I don't know what it is. I'm sure there is. I mean, I try to learn it really well so that it's not, so I'm not searching for lines. I can always spot when actors are doing that. And that way you can also just play. I try to be really open to, if you saw, we could piece together a whole nother episode from last week, because the takes are different, depending on what Jen is doing or what Lenny's doing or whatever your scene partner's doing. It's important to take it in and react to it, in character. And those are my favorite people to work with, the kind of actors who are just secure in their character, and then they just react as that character would to whatever's thrown at them. Mm-hmm. It's a real safe feeling, and this is a good bunch of people to do that with, because they're very malleable, they're very flexible, so that's really what I do the most, I think. I think a lot about it. I lie awake at night a lot, sometimes after the fact, and think, I should have done that. Oh, that would have been better. Or I'll see it, and I'll think, that wasn't the take I would have used. I would have done this one, but you never know what's up technically, if something's wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm not one of those that, I don't cut myself and self-damage in order to get into a part. I don't think that's really acting anymore, and I want to be better at it than that, So, I don't know if that answers your question.
That's a bit scary. Do people do that?
Well, some people talk about it, like I stayed up all night because he had to be tired in the scene, or I lived in a cave for 6 months, you know, and it's like, that's cool. That's research, really, which is all well and good, you know. But, you know, I think people confuse. Method acting is really not that, you know, it's something else. Mm. It's an actual technique so that you don't have to do those things, you know.
It seems a bit like cheating to me.
It shouldn't be torture.
Yeah.
Well, and also sometimes I see it doesn't change much. You know, they still come in and do what they plan to do anyway, but then they just enjoy saying, "Oh, I lived in a cave for 6 months." You know, and saying,
good for you. I lived in a house with food.
It's, yeah, exactly. It's impressive, but in a different way.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think it's pouring rain here.
Texas. It's actually sunny in England today.
Oh, quiet, you.
Yeah. Do you do your own stunts? I always find that interesting.
I do as many as I can. No actor does all their stunts.
Yeah.
A lot of them will say they do, but they don't. Even if they do 99% of them, it's just silly. It's silly to do them all. If you're not seen for insurance reasons, sometimes we're not allowed to do our own. If we get hurt, that's a lot of people out of a job, you know.
Yeah.
I love stunt people. I'm sort of, I fantasize that I'm a stunt man sometimes, you know. I think in this last episode, there wasn't a ton that required a double, but there's always a double there, you know, and he'll run through the fights with me, and then I'll do them. And they didn't know if I could paddle a canoe or not. They didn't know if, you know. We have a great stunt team on this Armstrong stunt. It's called James Armstrong and Jack Templin, British fellows, by the by. And I've got huge hands. I've got these massive paws. I'm always very self-confident. And Jack, is it Jack? No, James has. He's just my height, but his hands are like this much bigger than mine. It's just like he's got the biggest hands I've ever seen. So I don't know why I bring that up, but I just feel like, well, I'll listen to you. You've got bigger hands than me. I don't know.
Why not?
They're very good at the fights and making it unique, and I think the walkers have been really, really cool this season.
Yeah, they had some cool ones. Do you get scared of them? I think I would. I know there are people underneath, and you know there are people underneath. You see them at lunch and stuff, but...
Yeah, you see them on their phones and wearing glasses, you know, or smoking, and that's funny.
Yeah.
I get scared at the thought of being one, and I mean being a fake one even, just because I get a little claustrophobic, I think, under all that stuff.
So you wouldn't want to be one?
Say again?
You wouldn't want to be one?
I think it's an underappreciated job they do. It's really hard. It's hard to eat. You know, like that guy I shoved underwater with my paddle. Mm-hmm. You know, he's inside the mask, holding his breath. You know, and I don't know what happens when he comes up. You know, does the mask still hold water there? You know, just the thought of it makes me a little claustrophobic. You know, we're grateful to them. You know.
I'd love to be an extra, I think, just to see what it's all like.
Come on out.
Oh my god, I'm going to Atlanta for WalkerStalkerCon in October.
Is that in Atlanta?
Yes. James Frazier, you might get invited. I hope so.
I hope so. Well, then great. It'd be great. Lovely to meet you.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Did you find out your story details, like, beforehand? Did you know Naomi was Laura beforehand, or did you get it script by script?
I did. I don't know everything. Mm-hmm. But before I took the part, there was lots of meetings and, you know, discussion about what the character's going to be, what, you know, because they're trying to sell it to you, you know. Yeah. You want to do it? Here's what, you know, they lay it all out. Here's what's going to happen, and what do you think? And I might have an idea that I'll throw out, but I was in. I pretended that I was like this, like, I don't know. But I was excited at the whole thought, and honestly, I didn't hear everything they said because I was just thinking in my head, I'm going to be on the show, I'm going to do the show, but I was looking like this. So they did tell me quite a bit. You know, I knew Jenna was going to be my Laura, and it's hard to keep all those secrets, you know. I thought they did a pretty good job of it.
They're good at keeping secrets, I suppose, but there's some pesky spoiler people out that ruin it for everyone, but I haven't seen any, which is good so far.
some people are good guessers. You know, it's an intelligent audience,
Mm-hmm.
you know, which I appreciate.
What makes you want to pick roles? Say you've got 3 scripts in front of you. What makes you want to pick one?
Well, it'll be about who's directing, who else is in it,
Yeah.
but mostly it's going to be about the story and about the character. You know, I want to be integral to the story. I want it to be a challenge for me. I don't want it to be something that I've done before, at least as far as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that it's different from the last thing I did. That's kind of my criteria, those things. People are important. Who you're going to be with.
Yeah. The last few, so tomorrow, I think it's episode 6 tomorrow of Fear the Walking Dead.
Well, tomorrow for you all, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight for us. And stay off of Twitter.
Yes. So, without spoiling anything, describe the rest of the season in 3 words. This is going to be really difficult, I think.
That's awful. Did you think of that one?
Yep. Throwing out the hard questions. Maybe the next 2 episodes if it makes it easier.
Full of surprises.
Oh no, more surprises, okay.
A little shock.
Oh no, we've already had one with Nick's death as well. Oh no.
We're doing a few different 3-word phrases.
Right.
A little relief. Yeah, how about those?
Okay.
Is that big enough for you?
It's very intriguing, it's fine. Okay. Are you on Talking Dead tonight? Is my last one, really.
I am on Talking Dead. Do you get Talking Dead tonight?
I'll get it tomorrow, but I'm going to watch it
Yes.
tomorrow.
I am doing that tonight.
Alright, that's my last question.
Alright, well perfect. Look at you're born for this.
Oh, that's really nice because I was terrified.
It's great to talk to you.
You
Thank
too.
you so much.
Thanks for watching my reactions. And
I really enjoy what you do, and please keep doing it. And
thank you.
come say hello to me if we meet in Atlanta, alright?
Okie dokie. Thanks so much for doing this.
Yeah, talk
Alright.
soon.
Speak to you soon. Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. I cannot do these things without you, and we're nearly at 4,000 subscribers, so thanks so much for that. I never ever thought I'd get here, and I'm really excited to see what the future holds for me and for this channel. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out Fear the Walking Dead tomorrow. We are at episode 6. Okay, see you guys. I really hope you enjoyed the video. All the links you will need are down below, and I'll see you tomorrow for my Fear the Walking Dead reaction. Bye everyone.